In the shadow of the rebel army's front line, Kibati camp, a sprawling mess of more than 50,000 hungry, tired and homeless people who fled the advancing forces and the looting, rape and murder that advancing forces bring. After a decade of on and off conflict which has left 5 million dead, these people have grown used to life on the run. The rebel warlords camped on hills just 7 kilometers up the road, this man told me. There's no way we can go home. People here are fearful, terrified, he said. Yet many did set off from here today, taking advantage of a ceasefire and taking an enormous risk to run the gauntlet, going back across the front line because conditions in Kibati are unendurable. No food, no toilets, nothing. The lull has allowed some humanitarian relief to start again today, but many here feel it's the lull before the storm. Those who dare not leave hide from ferocious squalls in makeshift shelters, whole families under plastic sheets propped up by school desks. And in the school itself, they're crammed into classrooms whose teachers have fled. They share floor space with their animals. And still they continue to emerge from the bush, loaded down, very stressed and weary, terrorized by the rebels, preyed on by government soldiers, let down by the world in the guise of the United Nations. There are refugees streaming up and down this road to and from the camp and Goma. The people of eastern Congo know more about war and displacement than just about anyone else on the planet. But they also know they cannot rely on the United Nations peacekeepers here to protect them. The UN has demonstrably failed in that. Now, just over there, there's a little detachment of UN soldiers. They are hopelessly outgunned and outnumbered. Now, to put it in context, Kosovo, a territory that's smaller than Wales, had 50,000 peacekeepers. Congo is 200 times as big. It's roughly the size of Western Europe, and yet it's just got a fraction of that number. In fact, there are only 800 UN peacekeepers in Goma, a city of 600,000 people. They keep the ceasefire ticking over with the help of government forces, whom the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights today named as the main perpetrators of the looting, rapes and killings in Goma. They're hardly brothers in arms. The head of the UN in Congo flew into Goma today. Like his troops, he was on the defensive. Many are saying already that MONUC has ostensibly failed in its responsibility to protect.
Well, I think if you see the city today and you see what we've done in many other places, we can't substitute ourselves for, the army and the police, but we have worked very hard to ensure as much as possible that there is protection.
And do you need more troops?
If I could just finish, I can't guarantee that every single citizen can be protected, unfortunately, but I think we can ensure that we will do our best, that the vast majority are safe and secure with the means at our disposal. Yes, I had asked for additional troops some time ago to the Security Council. The Council has taken that under advisement. Remember, and I think it's very important, we have just about 800-900 troops in the city of Goma.
Tonight, the city of Goma and the tens of thousands now out there in the darkness hold their breath. The world is belatedly taking notice of Congo's recurrent nightmare. Whether it will hold their attention long enough to prevent it recurring again is doubtful. Jonathan Miller, Channel 4 News, Goma.